Biologists think that the process of evolution is a fact, saying that there are a lot of evidences that back up one's conclusion. We study the process of biological evolution to grow our knowledge, to understand the past and predict the future. One of the evidences for evolution, and a very strong one, is fossils. Fossils are found on sedimentary rocks under Earth's crust. Sedimentary rocks are made by layers of different materials that manage to conjunct each other to form one throughout time. There are various ways to know how old a fossil is. You could know by how deep it is and how old it is in the sedimentary rock, or you could also know by using radioactive isotopes. After approximately 5,730 years, the radioactive isotopes reaches its half-life. Radioactive isotopes can only be determined after the fossil is minimum of 20,000 years. There are many examples of fossils that has given the whole world a lot of knowledge, and people don't really know that the reason that the world knows that information is because of fossils found by paleontologists. I will give three reputable scientific examples of fossils. The first example of scientific evolution discovered with fossils are the legs that grew from the first fish. Fish that only had fins started to grow bones and muscles and created legs. Those animals are now known as amphibians. Another example is where we discover how humans are very similar to primates. Anthropologists found out that we come from some species that lived millions of years ago, and slowly those species started evolving by the way they act and also physically. Those species were the Homo sapiens, which come from the Homo habilis and they come from the Homo erectus, and so on, and we the humans come from the Homo sapiens. Those species started to walk more straight and started to grow their brains, which made them much smarter until it got to what we are right now. The third example is how scientists discovered that whales come from the evolution of animals that were four-legged animals, but throughout the years they started evolving into becoming better swimmers and depending only on moving in water. Birds are also an animal that through the fossils scientists could discover that they come from dinosaurs. Actually, the birds are one of the most antique animals of all. Recently, scientists found a fossil that was a dinosaur and had a shape of a bird with wings and a beak. Another example, which for me was the one that impacted me the most, was horse. Through fossils, scientists discovered that the horse, unlikely to most of other animals that are smaller than before, come from a species that had a form and size of a dog. And now the horse is an animal that its height can reach up to 2 meters standing in four legs. All these examples are good examples to demonstrate a complete fossil record. Fossil remains have been found in rocks of all ages. Fossils of the simplest organisms are found in the oldest rocks, and fossils of the more complex organisms are found in the newest rocks. This proves the theory of evolution that states that simple life forms gradually evolve into more complex ones. To conclude, the discovery that we have done with fossils are splendid because fossils tell us the story of any animal of which we found their bone remains, and the proof is no invented proof, it is real physical proof of animals that existed in the past. This is why fossils are a very good evidence of evolution, and it is easier to explain things if we actually have the physical evidence.
Angels to fly